I wish my college would have told me about orientation. I didn't receive any notification about that through my college email, my personal email, through mail, through phone contact. They have all that and more. I wish they would have told me about how if payment wasn't made the first day I registered for classes, that I would get dropped out because that happened to me twice. And I also wish they would tell me about paperwork and documents that needed, not just the day before class that they would have told me. They didn't tell me I needed a parking license here at my college. They didn't tell me I needed a student ID to be able to get into my classes. They didn't tell me I would need a meningitis vaccine, that kind of stuff. They didn't tell me until the first day, right before my classes start.
I wish I knew the the way the college works, like the amount of credits and hours you had to do for each class, because I really didn't understand that.
Try not to get frustrated with new students because I believe that certain people have their degree and they were at where I was at one point, and they should have treated me a little better with that. I also think that the application process online and everything, they should have it mapped out a little easier for people like me that are first time students.
A piece of advice I'd give to the college is to reach out to the students in other ways than just their student email, because there's a lot of information to take in with all the new things that are starting in their lives. And so many students don't know about them having a new student email because it's all new to them and they just don't know where to go. I suggest another way to get in touch with the students would be either a phone call or maybe their personal email, just to kind of let them know that they have another email to check or a phone number that they can call so that they know what their next steps are.
Prior to registering for classes, I wish I would have known that deadlines are very real and they hit you very fast. I almost missed out on a dorm, being able to live on campus because I just barely got to deposit my money to live here.
I wish they would have included some sort of pictures of the dorms and what they looked like. Under their housing and dining tab on their website, I feel like they should add some sort of video or pictures of the dorms if somebody is living on campus or wants to live on campus, just so they have an idea of what they look like and what to expect and how much stuff you need to bring and or want to bring to campus, just so they have a basic idea of what they need.
I think they should get all the second year students to help the first year kids, show them where the buildings are at, all their classes and everything. When I first came, I knew I knew the buildings were, but I knew what the classes were.
I feel like a checklist would be very helpful for new students who haven't registered, and for students that have taken the dual credit courses here and have registered, what we should do. On the checklist, I feel like there should be steps about where to go, who to turn your materials into, what to turn in. That would be very helpful.
I would say maybe a whole to-do list on when your applications due, when to get also your meningitis shot as well as maybe doing online appointments so that people don't have to wait hours just to get seen or heard.
One thing I feel that would be very helpful to starting students who are having some trouble trying to figure out where to go, if they had maybe an FAQ or a frequently asked questions page, or even just a page where a lot of people have had issues on the same thing, and if they could explain how to solve the problems that they're having, and what you can do to get in touch with people who can help you. Because that's one thing that I was a little confused about first starting out.
I believe if they had more questions in the frequently asked questions section in the website, I believe if they had more suggestions, it would help, because in the website they have barely a minimal amount of questions that many students have. because also it is very hard to get a hold of a financial advisor or an academic advisor for sure, because once you go through the process and you have another question, you have to go through the route all over again, and that takes a while for sure, especially with emailing them. But yeah, that is my main suggestion.